Welcome to Secret of Success, the channel where you uncover the secrets that distinguish those who prosper from those who struggle all their lives to get ahead. To start, let me ask you a direct question. Are you unknowingly trapped in scarcity? The truth is that 99% of people live their lives limited by one simple yet powerful factor that directly impacts their finances, opportunities, and even their relationships. And the worst part, they aren't even aware of it. If you feel like you're always chasing but never arriving, perhaps it's time to see what is truly holding you back. In this video, we will unravel this mystery, break down that invisible barrier, and reveal how the wealthiest 1% think in a completely different way. Are you ready to switch gears and break free from this cycle? Stay with me until the end, because today you might be on the verge of transforming your reality forever. Let's reflect on a wise observation by Joe Dispenza. What is happening inside of you is what determines what is happening outside of you. Take a moment to consider that. If your life seems stuck in a cycle of scarcity, the root of the problem isn't external. It lies within your own mindset. Your beliefs about money, success, and possibilities shape what you experience every single day. When a pattern of lack dominates your thoughts, it will mirror itself in every aspect of your life. The good news is that this can be reprogrammed. Today, we will explore how this process works and how you can reshape your reality by changing the way you think. Moving forward, envision this as the moment to transform your life and break free from the chains of scarcity that limit so many people's potential. Picture yourself standing before a vast field of possibilities, where every seed planted represents a new opportunity for growth and success. Have you ever stopped to realize that often we are the very architects of our own barriers? True revolution begins when we decide to break free from limiting beliefs and adopt an abundance mindset that fuels action and personal fulfillment. Inspired by the teachings of Bob Proctor and Joe Dispenza, this journey is all about internal transformation, where every thought and emotion holds the power to shape the world around us. Consider once again Joe Dispenza's famous saying, "What is happening inside of you is what determines what is happening outside of you." This idea resonates deeply when we realize that scarcity is often the product of deeply ingrained mental patterns formed during childhood. It's as if we were programmed to view the world through a narrow lens, unable to see the abundance surrounding us. However, modern science and renowned institutions like Harvard Business School have demonstrated that mental reprogramming can unlock doors that once appeared closed. When you allow yourself to take that step, you'll see that every challenge is a disguised opportunity, ready to be transformed into success. As you progress on this journey, you will learn to identify and question every limiting thought that arises, replacing it with powerful, positive affirmations. Simple techniques like creative visualization and guided meditation can help rebuild your internal landscape, crafting a new reality where scarcity gives way to prosperity. Imagine waking up each morning with the unwavering confidence that the universe is conspiring in your favor, guiding you toward a destiny filled with achievements. This confidence is cultivated day by day through practices that promote neuroplasticity and retrain your brain. Furthermore, allow yourself to immerse in inspiring stories, such as those of individuals who have overcome tremendous adversity and achieved success by adopting a new way of thinking. Take, for instance, Tony Robbins, the renowned motivational coach who emphasizes that real change begins with the decision to abandon old habits and embrace a victorious mindset. By adopting this new paradigm, you become the protagonist of your own story, recognizing that every difficulty is merely a stepping stone toward realizing your dreams. Those once insurmountable barriers dissolve when you understand that true power lies in transforming each thought into a source of positive energy. In addition, it is essential to connect with your inner self and continually seek the wisdom that already resides within you. Remember that great leaders and visionaries like Elon Musk and Oprah Winfrey have also faced moments of doubt before discovering the transformative power of a renewed mind. Their examples not only illustrate the possibility of change, but also reinforce the idea that success stems from a persistent pursuit of knowledge and personal evolution. Every technique and every lesson applied becomes an indispensable tool for building a full and abundant life. Now, take a moment to reflect on everything you have just read and allow these ideas to deeply permeate your being. Contemplate the vast potential you hold once you reprogram your mind to view the world not as a place of limitations, but as an infinite field of opportunities. Transformation begins with small steps, starting with the choice to believe that you deserve an extraordinary life. Whether through daily gratitude practices, meditative moments to quiet your mind, or a relentless pursuit of self-improvement, every action is an investment in your future. Are you ready to take that next step toward transformation? Having grasped that scarcity is a state of mind and that change must begin from within, let's delve into the simple yet powerful reason why 99% of people remain stuck in this cycle. This reason isn't due to a lack of effort, bad luck, or even intelligence. It is a deeply rooted mental pattern created by limiting beliefs instilled in us from childhood. Consider for a moment, how many times have you heard phrases like, "money doesn't grow on trees," "you have to work really hard to get something," or even "rich people are greedy"? From an early age, we were conditioned to associate wealth with something distant, difficult, or even wrong. Such thinking acts like an invisible program that governs our decisions, emotions, and opportunities. Bob Proctor used to say, "The law of life is the law of belief. Believe and you will see." In other words, if deep down you believe that money is hard to earn, your mind will work relentlessly to confirm that belief. Here comes the turning point. The subconscious mind does not distinguish between reality and imagination. If you continue to feed thoughts of scarcity, that is exactly what you will see in your life. However, if you start reprogramming your perceptions, abundance will begin to attract itself almost automatically. This isn't magic, it's pure science. Studies at MIT have shown that the brain operates like a selective radar, focusing only on what you deem important. If you believe that opportunities are scarce, your mind will filter out any chance that arises. Yet, by shifting your perspective, you will discover that prosperity has always been around you. Reflect on this. How many times have you witnessed individuals who seem less capable or less hardworking than you achieve significant success? It might appear unfair, but the reality is that they simply operate with a different mindset. While most people waste energy complaining and reinforcing thoughts of scarcity, those individuals are focused on what they can do to grow. It's not about luck, it's about mentality. Now the question is, how can we practically change this? The first step is to identify the limiting beliefs that keep you trapped in this cycle. Ask yourself right now, how do you feel when you think about money? If you experience fear, anxiety, or guilt, it's a clear sign that your relationship with abundance needs transformation. This is where mental reprogramming comes into play, a process that involves replacing negative thoughts with positive affirmations, daily visualizations of the life you desire, and training your mind to recognize new possibilities. Let's dive deeper. When we speak of limiting beliefs, we refer to ideas implanted in your mind almost unconsciously. Perhaps your parents or relatives faced financial struggles and, unintentionally, instilled in you the idea that money is scarce and hard to come by. Maybe you grew up listening to news about crises and bankruptcies, reinforcing the notion that the economy is always against you. These messages accumulate over the years, and without you realizing it, shape your way of thinking about prosperity. This is what we call mental programming. Surprisingly, this programming can be completely rewritten. Prestigious institutions like Stanford University have proven that the human brain exhibits neuroplasticity, the ability to change and create new neural connections. This means that if you have always thought about money in a limited way, you don't have to remain that way forever. Joe Dispenza explains, if you want to create a new reality, you must first become a new version of yourself. This implies that your actions and decisions must reflect this newfound prosperity mindset. From this moment on, start questioning which of your behaviors still align with a scarcity mentality. Perhaps you are avoiding investing in yourself out of fear of losing money, or maybe you are passing up opportunities because you believe you're not capable. But if you aspire to join the 1% who truly prosper, you must act like someone who is already there. Allow me to share how these individuals think. People with an abundance mindset see money as a tool rather than an enemy. They understand that every investment in knowledge, networking, or opportunities can yield even greater returns. Instead of thinking, I can't spend money on that, they ponder, how can I make this money work in my favor? It's a simple yet powerful shift in perspective. Another crucial aspect is that the 1% who prosper do not waste energy with excuses. They do not remain stuck in thoughts like, I can't succeed because my reality is too difficult. Instead, they ask themselves, how can I change this reality? They do not perceive insurmountable barriers, but rather challenges that can be overcome with the right strategies. This is why so many success stories come from people who started from nothing. They decided that they were going to make it happen. So the real question now is, are you willing to make that decision? If you want to break free from the cycle of scarcity and tune into the frequency of abundance, you must begin by changing the way you think and act. It is not merely about dreaming, it's about making concrete decisions every single day. Are you ready to leave behind the 99% and join the 1% who truly prosper? Once you recognize that scarcity is a state of mind programmed over the years, it's time to flip the switch and learn how to break this cycle. The first step is understanding that money is not the root of the problem. Rather, it is the way you think about it. Most people are so consumed by the fear of lack that they inadvertently reinforce that scarcity every day. They claim they want to be rich and live comfortably, yet they sabotage themselves with thoughts and actions that prevent progress. Pause for a moment. How many opportunities have you let slip by because you thought you weren't capable? How many times have you watched someone achieve financial growth and felt envy or believed that person was just lucky? That mindset of competition and limitation is exactly what keeps you trapped. The 1% who truly prosper view money as energy, a force that flows to those ready to receive it. Here's the secret. Your financial life will never change as long as you continue operating on a frequency of fear, scarcity, and lack. But how do you change that? The answer lies in mental reprogramming and deliberate action. You cannot simply wish to be prosperous. You must train your mind to think and act like a prosperous person. This is precisely what Bob Proctor emphasized in his teachings. He explained that money flows to those who have clarity about what they want and recognize that they deserve it. The question is, do you truly believe that you deserve prosperity? Or do you harbor deep-seated guilt and blockages that prevent you from embracing abundance? If you feel fear, insecurity, or even discomfort when you think about money, it's a sign that your mental programming is still aligned with scarcity. This can sabotage you in many ways. For instance, how many times have you had an incredible idea only to procrastinate because you doubted its success? Or how often have you sabotaged yourself by spending money on trivial things instead of investing in something that could really help you grow? This pattern of self-sabotage needs to be broken immediately. Joe Dispenza teaches that you cannot expect a better future if you continue to think like the past. In other words, if you want to tune into the frequency of prosperity, you need to change your thoughts and actions every day. And here's a hard truth. Most people aren't willing to change. They claim they want to be rich, but are not ready to give up the habits that keep them poor. They desire success, but are reluctant to leave their comfort zones. Now, are you truly willing to do whatever it takes to change your reality? If your answer is yes, then it's time to act. The very first step toward breaking free from scarcity is to stop focusing on what is missing and instead concentrate on what can be created. Money doesn't vanish from the world, it merely circulates to where it is well received. When you begin to see opportunities rather than obstacles, your reality starts to shift. This is not magic, it's simply how the human brain works. Researchers at Yale University have confirmed that our brain automatically searches for evidence that confirms our beliefs. In other words, if you believe you will never have money, your mind will only see proof of that. But if you begin to believe that money can flow to you, you'll start noticing new opportunities everywhere. To put this into practice, here's an exercise. Starting today, whenever you catch yourself thinking negatively about money, pause and replace that thought with a positive affirmation. Instead of saying, "I never have money," say, "I am learning to attract and manage money wisely." Rather than thinking, "The market is tough," say, "There are always opportunities for those who are prepared." This might seem simple, but when practiced consistently, it can completely transform your life. Moreover, consider reducing your consumption of content that reinforces scarcity. If you spend your days watching news about crises, unemployment, and financial hardships, your mind will be programmed to see the world that way. However, if you begin surrounding yourself with growth-oriented content, success stories, and knowledge that broadens your perspective, you will realize that infinite possibilities are within your reach. Another essential point is to cultivate an investment mindset. Those trapped in scarcity often fear spending money on learning, growth, and new experiences. They view money as something to be hoarded at all costs, while prosperous individuals understand that money needs to be circulated intelligently in order to grow. This does not mean spending recklessly, but rather recognizing that investing in knowledge, relationships, and opportunities is crucial for building an abundant life. Finally, it's important to note that changing your mindset isn't just about repeating motivational phrases in front of a mirror. It means acting differently. If you want your life to change, you need to start making different decisions now. This involves seeking financial knowledge, developing new skills, connecting with people who think big, and above all, beginning to act like someone who already lives the life they desire. Perhaps you have already decided that you want to break free from the cycle of scarcity. The question now is, are you ready to act differently? At this point, you understand the significance of mental reprogramming and habit change to escape scarcity. And now it's time to grasp an even deeper concept. What you feel about money determines what you attract. Here lies a truth that few realize: your emotions shape your reality. If, when thinking about money, you experience fear, anxiety, or insecurity, your mind is set to remain in scarcity. This isn't just theory, it's science. Research from Harvard University shows that human emotions directly influence our decisions and outcomes. Joe Dispenza emphasizes that the mind and body operate in unison. If you feel scarcity, your biology responds by creating more situations of scarcity. Therefore, if you want to change your financial reality, you must first change how you feel about it. Often people spend their days worrying about bills, mounting invoices, and growing debts. This constant state of worry becomes a mental pattern. They don't realize that every thought of fear reinforces the programming that money is hard to come by. And the brain, acting like a selective radar, looks for evidence in the environment that confirms this belief. It's a vicious cycle. The more you fear scarcity, the more scarcity manifests in your life. Yet by shifting your emotional vibration, you begin to attract new opportunities, and that change starts with a simple adjustment in perspective. Now consider this. Have you ever met someone who seems to have luck in everything they do? People who are always in the right place at the right time, spotting opportunities that others miss. That doesn't happen by chance. These individuals are in tune with the frequency of abundance. They don't spend their day complaining or wasting energy worrying about what they lack. They focus on what can be created. This is why they prosper. Bob Proctor often stated that the universe responds not to need, but to vibration. If you vibrate scarcity, you attract more scarcity. But if you vibrate gratitude, confidence, and the certainty that money flows to you, your reality begins to transform. So let me ask, how have you been vibrating in recent days? Have you been waking up feeling confident and ready to receive all the good the universe offers? Or have you been overwhelmed, worried, and stuck in a cycle of limitations? If you wish to break free, you need to make a decision right now, to decide that from today onward you will change your mindset, stop reinforcing negative beliefs about money, and begin constructing a new financial reality. The next step is to change your relationship with money. Stop viewing it as a problem. Stop seeing it as something distant, difficult, or unattainable. Money is energy, and it flows to those who know how to receive it. If you want money to come to you, you must become someone who welcomes it with open arms. This means replacing thoughts of fear with thoughts of prosperity, waking up each morning with the certainty that infinite opportunities surround you, and changing your vocabulary from "it's tough" or "I never have money" to affirmations that declare money comes to you in expected and unexpected ways. And remember, this isn't just empty positive thinking, it is neural reprogramming. The brain learns through repetition. If you spend your entire day repeating phrases like, "I never have money," your mind will reinforce that reality. But if you train your mind to think differently over time, that becomes your new truth. Prosperous people don't waste time complaining. They invest time in learning, acquiring knowledge, and connecting with other brilliant minds. They view money not as a problem, but as a tool to create greater freedom and opportunity. Now, the question remains, are you ready to think and act like someone who prospers? Are you willing to change your perspective on money, abundance, and the possibilities around you? If your answer is yes, then the transformation begins now. Scarcity is not about what's in your bank account, it's a state of mind. And just as it was programmed into you, it can be reprogrammed forever. At this juncture, having understood that scarcity is a mental state and that money isn't fleeing from you, but rather from the wrong emotions and beliefs we harbor, it's time to take the next step. Knowing this alone isn't enough. If knowledge alone could change lives, everyone reading finance books would be rich. The truth is, most people know what needs to be done but fail to act. And here lies one of the greatest secrets of the world's most prosperous individuals. They not only think differently, they act differently. Take a moment to observe how people handle money. While most spend everything they earn and fret over bills at month's end, those who prosper have a completely different relationship with abundance. They don't see money as something that comes and goes uncontrollably. They understand that money is a reflection of the value they deliver to the world. This means that if you want to break free from scarcity, you must first stop chasing money and start thinking about how you can create more value. Here's a truth that is rarely shared. Money should never be the ultimate goal. It is a consequence. The wealthiest people in the world don't wake up wondering, how can I earn more money today? Instead, they ask themselves, how can I provide more value to the world today? That small shift in mindset makes all the difference. Those who chase money often end up frustrated and trapped in a cycle where it always seems insufficient. But those who focus on generating value naturally attract money because people pay for what enhances their lives. Now, consider for yourself, what value are you delivering? What do you do that could be useful to others? How can you improve someone's life with your knowledge or skills? Money always flows to those who solve problems, offer solutions, and make life easier for others. If you want money to come to you, you must become that person. Keep in mind that merely thinking differently is not enough. You must act differently. This is where many people get stuck. They understand the theory, yet continue repeating the same habits day after day. They keep spending money on things that add no value, surround themselves with people who only complain, and consume content that reinforces a scarcity mindset. If you desire different results, you must do things differently. Imagine for a moment, if you had unlimited access to money today, if you didn't have to worry about bills or debts, what would your life look like? What would you do? Whom would you help? How would you feel? Understand this very important point. If you don't feel that way now and don't start acting like that person today, you will never reach that level. Change does not occur from the outside in, it happens from the inside out. First, you must become that person. Only then will money and opportunities appear. This is also why so many lottery winners end up losing everything just a few years later. Even after receiving millions, they never become truly prosperous. They remain trapped in a scarcity mindset, and the money simply slips through their fingers. In contrast, there are countless stories of entrepreneurs who lost everything and rebuilt fortunes from scratch. Their success comes from adopting the right mindset, which is far more powerful than any crisis, bankruptcy, or external obstacle. To conclude this section, ask yourself, how can you begin to act like someone who is already tuned into the frequency of abundance? Start by making small, daily decisions. Pay closer attention to your thoughts and the words you use when discussing money. Surround yourself with inspiring people, consume content that expands your perspective, invest in knowledge and develop new skills. Above all, act with confidence, knowing that prosperity isn't reserved for a select few. It is available to anyone who chooses to receive it. Now, the ultimate question: are you ready to make that decision? Are you prepared to act differently, think differently, and become the person you've always wanted to be? Because what separates those who prosper from those who spend their lives struggling with scarcity isn't luck, intelligence, or talent. It's simply the decision to change and the courage to move forward. If you've made it this far, congratulations. It signifies that something inside you has already started to change. That change is the first step toward transforming your reality. You now understand that scarcity isn't a sentence or an inevitable fate. It's a mental state that can be reprogrammed. You have learned that money doesn't run away from people. It simply circulates to where it is well received. And if you want it to flow into your life, you need to start thinking and acting like someone who already lives in abundance. At this point, I want you to do something very important. Write in the comments, "I am ready to receive all the wealth that the universe has in store for me." This simple act isn't just a comment, it's a commitment to yourself. It is a declaration to the universe that you are open to abundance and ready for change. And believe me, when you begin to position yourself this way, everything around you starts to transform. Should this video resonate with you, and if any part of this message touched your heart, I invite you to subscribe to the Secret of Success channel. Every day, you'll receive content that will transform the way you think, act, and most importantly, the outcomes you experience in life. So click that subscribe button and activate the notification bell so you don't miss a single video. Finally, I want to know, what was the biggest insight you gained from this video? What made you reflect the most about your relationship with money and scarcity? Share your thoughts in the comments because your response may inspire others who are also on this journey of transformation. And before you leave, take a look at the 2 videos currently appearing on your screen. Choose one to watch and continue on your path of growth and prosperity. Don't miss tomorrow's video, because it might be exactly what you need to take the next step toward the life you desire. May the universe fulfill all your wishes, and may abundance flow into your life in unexpected ways. See you in the next video.